Hello everyone, I'm Lucia Tian, the creator of Leathercraft CAD. Yesterday, I have released the new version, the version 2.0 of Leathercraft CAD. Actually 2.0 and 0, and right after that, I have to release a 2.0.1 for some reasons. But anyway, so this, let me show you. There's some big updates in this version. As you can see, this is 2.0, and then it's been 1 year since I officially released the version 1 last year, and I had a lot of good feedbacks from people, good support from people, and I think when it came out, like October, November last year, it was still a baby, and it's a very premature type of software. But after 1 year, it is still premature software, I would say, but after 1 year, it has become somewhat usable, and actually many people has acquired this tool for their works, and that's really encouraged me to continue, developing this tool. So please give me your feedbacks, what works and what doesn't work. And that will be my huge motivation to continue this project. So thank you for your big support so far, and please continue doing that. Okay, so in this 2.0, there are some big improvements, changes, and new features. So let me explain one by one. So first of all, improved response. So that means it runs much faster than before. So let me show you. So things like this one, this is a very simple, project, but still, version 1.9 or maybe earlier version didn't respond that well for this type of work. So, but now 2.0.1. Response like this, even bigger shape responses like this. Not bad. But of course, as it becomes bigger, like this is a relatively big project, and then lots of stitching holes and many shapes there. And in this case, it gets slower. Like this, but still this is much better than before. So, and I have some more idea to make it faster. So this is still an intermediate result, and if you are using this tool for making more bigger ones like shoes and clothes, bags and stuff like that, you should notice the difference in this version. So please try it. And also the automatic stitching hole generation, stitching hole on automatic pitch, that's also improved. So let me show you. I think this is a 10 centimeter circle, something like diameter 94. So it's almost 10 centimeters. But let me delete stitching holes first, and then redo the stitching process. 385 mil. Yep. So when I click this, almost 2 seconds, maybe less than 2 seconds, it finishes. But with the previous version, it took like more than 10 seconds, sometimes 20 seconds, 30 seconds for even for this size of circle. So again, if you are working with big project, then you should notice the difference. The next. Bezier curve operation changes. So there are two very important changes in operation of Bezier curves, and then I will show you what's the differences. Let me clear this one. So new project, no need to save it. So when I draw, let me draw two Bezier curves. Something similar. Yep. And the first one is this one, splitting Bezier curve with Alt and click. And this is for Windows, and for Mac users, it's a option plus click. It will split a single Bezier curve into two different Bezier curves. And let me show you. So select and then click anywhere with an Alt key pressed, on holding Alt key and then click, and it will split a single Bezier curve into two different curves. So this part and this part, it's split. So you can split Bezier curve like this. But in the previous version, you could split even if you are not selecting that target Bezier curve. But from this version, it doesn't work. It has to be selected already. Otherwise, it will do anything. So pressing Alt and click, it doesn't do anything. I have to select once. And this is to prevent splitting a wrong Bezier curve by mistake. It happened to me a few times, so I decided to change it that way. So now you can only split a Bezier curve by holding Alt key or Option key and click. So select first, and then Alt plus click, Option click. The second thing is about the symmetric editing of two connected Bezier curve. So in the previous version, you could do so this is a control point, and you can operate Bezier curve. You can change the curve shape like this one, right? And then in the previous version, if you are holding Shift key pressed, and then it will change the orientation or the position of the control point of the connected Bezier curve. In this case, this one, it also changed it. But from this version, it will only change when it's selected. So let me do it. So right now it's not selected, and then I'm holding a Shift key right now, and then changing the one of the control point. It doesn't do anything. But if I select this one and this one both, and then holding Shift key and change it, so now you can see the preview of the left side curve will change. It will be changed like this. And when I release the mouse button, then it will finalize or complete the change like this one. But again, you have to select both curves, otherwise it doesn't work. So this one, I'm not pressing Shift key right now. I am pressing Shift key, but I am not selecting the right side of the curve. But if I do this, it changes. So this is the second biggest change of the Bezier curve operation in this version. Why I did this change? Because sometimes I have three Bezier curve connected, some occasion like this. Even though I wanted to control those two Bezier curves, but sometimes it changed this one, by mistake. And then there was no way to prevent that. So I decided to make it, you have to select both curves. And then it makes change. And of course, if you want to change this one and this one, of course, that works. There it is. And so select both curves before symmetrical editing. So that's the Bezier curve related changes. Okay, the third one, Mandala feature big update. So let me show you. So I created these objects by using the Mandala feature of Leathercraft CAD, and there was, even in the 1.9 Mandala feature in there, but it was very limited. You could only add shapes and rotate and make it bigger, smaller, and move it around. So that's the only things you could do, and you couldn't do offset or trimming when the Mandala mode is on. And actually, none of these designs can be created without using offset and trimming. So you couldn't make anything like this in the previous version. But from this version, you can do it very easily. And I would like to show you how easy it is by making some of the shapes, like this one and then maybe this one. So let me do that. And then, by the way, I will make some more detailed video about this Mandala feature. So please stay tuned. So let me start a new project. And actually Mandala feature, it's right here. So if you click on this button, then it will automatically turn on the Mandala mode. So you can turn it on and off Mandala feature. And then when this Mandala feature is on, and then there's a number of sections here. So you can change. So this is section 1 and 2 and 3. This white lines. These white lines are the dividing lines, and this red line means the center of one single section. And you can change the number of sections by increasing number or decreasing the number like this. So currently, it's 16 sections right now, meaning 16 white guidelines. And then, so now I want to reduce it to 3 to make it easier. So when the number of section is 3, then it will make 3 copies or maybe 2 copies of the same one. So you get 3 in total, same thing. And you can move it around like this. And then you can increase the number of sections anytime. So this one has only 3 sections, but it remembers, so it doesn't change the number of copies, even if you change the number of sections right here. And after this, what you draw here will be copied or drawn 16. So you have 16 same shapes like this, and then you can of course you can let me go back there, select, yep, and you can move these around something like this. So it's a very powerful tool to draw mandala type of shape or Celtic knots type of design, like this one, not that one. Sorry about that. Yeah, so these kind of Celtic knots, yeah, this is also, so it's very easy to draw. And then let me show you how. So let me delete first everything, and then change the number of sections 3. Let's start it from 3. And then I want to draw a circle here, right here, probably 40 millimeters. Yeah, 40 millimeters. And then right here, from here as a center, I'm gonna make another circle here, and it will create 2 extra copies here, because number of sections 3 right now. And I want to make 50 millimeter of circle, so that will be like this. So it will create 2 extra copies here. So you can edit anywhere. You can edit from here or here. It doesn't really matter. It creates copy to another sections. And lastly, I am going to make 30 millimeter circle right here in the middle. So the idea is, so let me hide the grid to make it easy to see it. So you can press G key and turn it on and off the grid like this one. And then actually what you're gonna do from now is you don't want these arcs from here to here. So you're gonna cut those off by using the trimming feature. So trim this off and trim this off, and then you already have something you have seen in here. So this is what you want to draw, and then this is what you have right now. It's quite similar, right? And then it's very close. So let me change it a little more. So I want to change the color of these lines to this one to match this guy. And then I don't want these lines, so I'm gonna trim those off. So trimming, and trim out, trim it. So this is what you have. And actually at this point, you don't need to be in a mandala mode because this mode, only when you add something, you have to turn off mandala. Or if you want to move something, you need mandala mode on. But if you want to just trim it or delete it, then you don't need mandala mode on. So let me trim. Let's see. I want to make this blue things going under here and go over here and under and over one by one. So let me make it look like going under here. So I'm gonna delete these, and then I think you notice that this action will also delete lines here, counterpart here. And this goes under here, and this blue one goes over the orange right now. So orange should be down there. So that means you can't see it, right? So you can't see these lines. So that's good. So under and over and go under. So that means you can't see these lines. And going over and under and over. And actually it's already done. So yep. So it's very easy to draw Celtic knots type of thing if you know how to draw it. So please try this one. It's very easy. And I will show you another good example. So let me turn the grid back on by pressing the shift key and then mandala mode on. And I want to change the center of the mandala by clicking this button, and you can change the center. So let me change it to somewhere here. Good. So this time I want to draw something, a basis of this guy. So let me draw a circle of any size, but let me. So 10 centimeters, it's like a 4 inches or something, I guess. So 10 centimeters circle here. Oh, and by the way, I want, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So I want to change it to 6 before confirming. So I did that. And click once again to create a circle here. And now I have some intersections with the guidelines. So I'm gonna draw a line from this intersection to this intersection. And then what's gonna happen is it will create 6 lines. So it will already looking like this one. So, well, actually the color is a little bit different. So I'm going to mask the color. But next thing I want to do is to create this internal circle by using the offset feature and the trimming feature. So before doing that, I want to change the color of the lines. Good. And the next thing I want to do is to make an offset of the lines. So making, oh, sorry, this is trimming. Let me undo this one. Okay, I should have pressed this one, offset. So it will create a 3mm offset, and maybe 3mm, maybe it's too much. So let me change it to 2mm. Okay, now it's 2mm. So let me do this. Oh, by the way, I forgot to change the color. So Control Z again, undo, and change the color before doing it, and then offset. Great. So, but I don't have, I need a line here too. So I'm going to create a, another offset, and this will create some extra things that I don't want to have here. So let me trim those off. So I don't want this one here, and this one here, and this one, this one, this one. And I don't need these small ones. So trim, 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 and now I have a perfect triangle inside the big triangle here. So what's gonna do next? So because I have a nice hexagon here, let me finalize it by cutting off this excess, and now I have a perfect hexagon right here. And then I can do many things from here. Things like drawing circle. Oh, that's too big. Drawing circle right here, and then some small ones here maybe, and then draw some shapes using a Bezier curve or whatever the method. So let me do it. Okay. So yeah, it's something like this. Turn off the mandala and then make it easy to see it. Isn't it nice to be able to do this type of stuff very easily? And of course, if you turn the mandala mode on again, then you will be able to change, like select the heart and then move it around, or you can create another things like let me change the number of sections to 12 or something, and then Bezier curve, and then create something like this. Yeah, I want to make it a little this shape. Yep. And then I can actually mirror this shape to this red line by right click, and then where is that, mandala, and then mirror within the mandala section, and or control Y, and then I can do something like this. And if I want to make it a little higher, then I can of course do it by selecting two curves, then make it higher like this, and let's change it to something like this. Yeah, that works. So it's quite easy to edit mandala type of shapes. You can keep going on and on. Like, this is kind of endless thing. You can keep going, adding arc or adding lines if you want. Make it like this, and you can trim it off to make it look like something like this. I don't know if this looks good or not, but anyway, it's the point is you have total freedom to do it. So please play with it. And as I mentioned, I am planning to have another video talking about how to draw this Celtic knots type of thing. And you might think this is very complex, but actually it's very simple. You can draw this within 30 seconds, I believe. So please stay tuned. Okay, so this is all about the mandala features. So let's go back to this list. So what's next? Stamping. Yeah, so this is another good one. Stamping a template object using distance marking feature. So let me tell you, or let me show you what this is. So I'm gonna delete this one. So turn off the mandala. Yep. Well, this one. So let me draw one Bezier curve like this. Let's just make it like this. Yep. So there is a feature marking, distant marking. So what this feature does is it will mark a certain point that is away from a specified length. So this time 3 millimeter from the edge or from where you clicked. And actually, if you check this continuous marking, then you can keep going on and on like this, and it will also change the angle of the marking line. So using this feature, you can actually stamp your template. So let me So this is the example, right arrow template. So this one, so I'm gonna stamp this template on this line. So let me show you how to do it. And then actually it uses distance marking feature, but you have to keep this template repository on or visible, and then select the one you want to stamp. So now you're ready to stamp it. So let me do it. So mark the origin to. You can mark or unmark. That's your choice. So mark here, and maybe I should change it to 4mm or something. Yeah. So I can stamp my design like this one, and of course I can switch to something like this one, or something like this one. Let me do it. So change the distance a little farther. Yeah, so I can do things like this one too. So if you're designing a belt or something using stats, this feature may be useful for you. So, and then this was actually available in the previous version too, but the previous version did not change the angle of the stamp itself. So it was pointing on the same direction wherever you placed it. But from this version, it follows the angle of the curve or line. Okay, so this is the stamping template object using distance marking feature. The next thing is independent layer. So this is a new concept of the layer, and I don't know if you noticed that this Leathercraft CAD supports layer as like a Photoshop or Illustrator software type of thing. But this is, I don't know if I have a good example here. Yeah, okay, this is good. So there are 3 layers right now, and then let me press I key to make the intersections visible. So actually, if you press I key, then you can turn on and off the intersections or joint, even if you're in the select mode. So these points will appear when you switch to drawing mode, like a line or something, and it will disappear when you select in a select mode. But you can actually turn it on and off by pressing I key. So there is no independent layer right now, and then so this layer 1. So let me hide everything. So layer 1, this color, color, and layer 2 green, layer 3 sky blue. So that's the color combination right now. So all the shapes has intersections for every layers. So so this is a layer 2, right? So yeah, green is layer 2. So what if I make this green layer 2 independent layer? Let me do it. So right click on it, and then you can actually set or unset independent layer. So let me do it. Right after I did that, then you have maybe you have noticed that the name has asterisks here, and also there's an indication that this is you are on an independent layer right now. And as you can see, here's the intersection of the shapes on the same layer, but there's no intersections with the other shapes. But other guys, they're on a different layers, but they create intersections. Green layer 2 currently it only creates intersections with this, within the same layer, and you can change this back on. So this way you can turn it on and off. Independent layer status not. And this feature is quite handy when you copy the same design on a different layer. For example, let me move this one on top of this. So it will create a bunch of intersections like this one, and this could be annoying. So this feature will be handy if you want to create a duplicate on a different layer, but the same location, but you don't want to make intersections like this one. So let's make it layer 3 independent, and it will not create intersections. So please use this feature if you are doing such way. Okay, so that's that. And lastly, so xTool and other cutting machines friendly SVG export. So if you want to cut things, not this one, cut things like this using cutting machines, laser machines like xTool, you can export this project as SVG. I think you know about this, right? But in the previous version, although Leathercraft CAD has been grouping things together, and then Leathercraft CAD will group those together when exporting SVG file. But sometimes, xTools, XCS software and other software doesn't like the way it grouped together, and sometimes it created a weird line between shapes. So I made some research, and then I changed the algorithm of the SVG export, the order of grouping, and then intersection identification type of stuff, so that it will be imported as I want it. So I can do cutting like this. I'm using the xTool M1 Ultra. This is a very good machine. You can laser cut or knife cut, or inkjet printing, or emboss, deboss type of stuff with the same instrument. And it works really great. I've been using xTool M1 Ultra for almost 1 month, but there are too many features and too many things I can do. I don't think I have used 10% of the potentials yet, but still, it's very fun to use. But sometimes I have to manually edit the SVG file so that it will accept the way I want it. So, and I did that 3 times maybe, and I gave up. And so I decided to change the Leathercraft CAD instead of making the manual change. So if you are using the cutting machines, please try it. I hope you like it. And of course, it's not perfect yet, I think. So please let me know when something didn't work. Please give me examples, and then I will try to make it better as much as possible. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.